Shut up and sit down.
Greetings, fellow travelers. Oblix here, and today I want to take just a second to look at our Watch Gang Black Tier subscription for the month of June. How y'all doing today? So this is our 13th Watch Gang subscription box. Now I still owe you guys a 12-month year-in review of the Watch Gang. And I had every intention to get that out before we got another watch, and it just didn't happen. I will say, Watch Gang billed much earlier than expected. In most of their videos and such, they tell you, when they're doing their giveaways and they video it, they tell you, get your changes in before the 10th, because we bill on the 10th. And it goes out, well, that's not exactly true, because it hit my credit card on the 1st. So I was expecting to have until the 10th to make up my mind if I wanted to stay with them or not. Again, I got billed on the 1st, so just so you know. So, Black Tier subscription, month of June, surprise subscription. There you go. We're going to open it up with our trusty Boker Plus, $44.89, titanium scales and VG10 blade. Beautiful piece, love it. And yes, this is the one I used to open the last one. I'm just too lazy to go into the safe and get another knife, so there you go. It's one of those old school combination locks where you got to twist the lock like this to do it, and I wasn't in the mood. Long day at work today, and just wanted to get into the box. So let's pop this bad boy open. I guess I should open the top, huh? I'm over here yammering and not getting things done. So there we go. Let's see if Watch Gang loves us or hates us. That's a big old piece. It's a big old box in a box. And it does not want to come out. Come out! Don't fight me. It's a Charles Hutton. And blah, blah, blah. There we go. Man, I got my table all filthified. Alright. A Charles Hutton. I don't know anything about this brand. So let's take a look. I have seen it on the exchange page, but I really don't know anything about it. Okay, so it's a 2-dial chronograph. We'll get the plastic off the front. We can get a better look at it. Go ahead and pull it out. It has a massive box for not much. I assume this is a warranty card here. Yep, and it is actually marked, so that's a rarity. It's an unbelievably huge box for such a small nothing. Alright, let's get all the plastic off this thing. It's all wrapped up, mummified. Let me get all that off and we can take a closer look at this bad boy. Alright, so got it unwrapped here. Took a quick look online, and it is a Charles Hutton Cavalier is the model. So we've got this 5-link bracelet with the twin polished railroads running around. Now it is a pressed metal clasp, so it is branded up here at the top. Mine came a little bit marred right here. And this one's going to mar up like crazy because this is kind of low-grade steel. You can feel it. There's no heft or weight to it. It's very thin, almost aluminum-like. So this is gonna give you desk rash pretty bad, I believe. It does have this back open. It's nice that they added pushers there. It does have solid end links down in there, and it is a decorated case back. If you guys can see that. That little lion crest there. And it's running just a typical Seiko chronograph. No mecha quartz or anything fancy. Very bog standard stuff. We got a date complication over here at 3 o'clock. It is got the large sweeping second hand is for the time. So your chronograph is actually on these two subdials. So it is going to be a little bit hard to read. Makes the chronograph mostly useless, though I will say they did this one fairly well in that the hands, when you set the pushers off. Now, because this is not a mecha quartz, the pushers are just moosh. So I find it very hard to tell when this one's been pushed and when it's not. So see there it's pushed, there it's not, but it's hard to tell where it really engages. So you don't know if you, see I had to hit it a couple of times to get it to go there. It's just very spongy and mushy. Really have gotten to appreciate mecha quartz for that nice mechanical click feel when you push those buttons. But I will say that they've made it fairly easy to read. When we get you guys zoomed in, I'll show you that. But it is going to be a lot more difficult than if that sweep were the chronograph itself. So you got a 24-hour chapter ring around the outside. You do have, looks like, applied indices in there. A lot of high polish on the piece around the bezel, and of course on the bracelet itself. Pushers, it is a branded crown and a screw down case back. Now I did do some quick looking because I don't know the Charles Hutton brand at all, so I did a little quick internet search and I found their website, and it seems that the only place that sells Charles Hutton watches is the Charles Hutton website and eBay. So this would appear to potentially be another Watch Gang sponsored brand, much like we suspect Motor Time and J. Brackett. That'll make the third month in a row of getting potentially Watch Gang sponsored brands. The fact that this isn't sold anywhere else in any other retail outlet is kind of a dead giveaway. So this company's being, propped up, at least, for the most part, by Watch Gang sales, it would appear, and not by any other means. So it makes you wonder, does Watch Gang have a say in what they're producing? Does Watch Gang have a say in, we want a watch produced under this price? I won't say this is a lower end piece. It doesn't feel like it's that bad. We'll need to get some wrist time. I mean, the bracelet's milled fairly well. There's not many hang-ups, a little bit up here at the top, but for the most part it's pretty smooth. The polish is acceptable. It's nothing stellar. We looked at that Victorinox Inox professional diver the other day. Stellar polish. I mean, just absolutely stunning. This is definitely not on par with that. This is definitely on par with, kind of low to mid-tier Chinese produced stuff. But not terrible. Alright, so we got you guys zoomed in so you can take a closer look here at the Charles Hutton Cavalier. I'm going to go ahead and kick that chrono off, assuming I can mash that button there. Nope. See what I'm talking about? When you really need to hit it, it's hard to tell if you actually hit it or not. Just spongy and mushy and blah. But you can see, you can actually tell what the time is. You can tell that's 14 seconds. The way they did the hands does make it usable, though it is going to be hard for at a distance, and it's going to be hard with squinty eyes. If you got bad eyes like I do, it may be a little bit tough to see. Unfortunately, I'm looking through the camera here, and the camera's zooming it in for me nicely. So, and you'll see it's when I hit the reset. That second hand swings back nice and slow, which means it's not mecha quartz. It's just bog standard, old school, cheapo chronograph. It is a Seiko, so we'll give them credit for using a decent quality Japanese brand, so it should last a long time. So haven't sized this guy, but let's get him on the wrist. So I am wearing our May Watch Gang Black Tier subscription, that J. Brackett Chios, which I'm not a huge fan of. It's not terrible. It's another meh brand. It's not great brand, but a meh watch. I think I'm getting the impression this Charles Hutton's going to fall right in line. But let's give it the benefit of the doubt. We're going to give it a try. We're going to give it some wrist time, as we always do. And then we'll give it a full review and really break it down. So what do you think of it there on my 7-inch wrist? I'm having to pull it down pretty much standard. I'm going to have to remove about 3 links, as I usually do for most watches. So, not a lot of extra space. If you guys have huge wrists, not for you. But if you're in that 6, 7, 8 range, you should be okay. And it's not massive, and it's not super small. It's pretty much right in the middle, right in that range I like size-wise. Not much caring for the colors, quite frankly, but we won't. That's not a Watch Gang fault. That's just what it is, right? With a blind subscription service. I do say this just using this clasp this little bit, it does feel very cheap. It does. It feels and looks very cheap. The bracelet itself feels okay, but the clasp is definitely kind of on the lower scale. But that's going to do it for me today. This has been our Watch Gang Black Tier subscription for the month of June. Remember, Black Tier is a $99 blind subscription service. You give them $99, they ship you an unknown watch. You open the box and you get what you get. Deal with it. So we're dealing today with the Charles Hutton Cavalier. Like I said, we'll get some wrist time on it. We'll see if it works out for us when we come back and do a full review on it here shortly. But until next time, you guys get out there, make some noise. See ya.